Everybody's getting ready for the big hunt for the first night. Good, good.
Have your thermocell. It's going to be a late night. Getting out berries.
You're good?
Thermocell pocket. I'm only bringing 6 rounds of ammo, so we're hoping that. I have 6 in one pocket. Good luck, Brad. Not that I've ever.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you. Use that maybe. Get a little big one.
Well, I went to the blind. Nell took us to the blind, and my son was with me, Herschel Jr. And we got in the blind, and I noticed that Nell had left a beaver laying on the ground. And immediately, a bear, right after she left, came in and took the beaver. And it was a nice cinnamon bear. It was about 2.5 rungs up the burrow. Okay, he took the beaver and ran out, and then came back, just kind of ran through, and then a small bear came in, a small black bear. And all at once he was feeding, and all at once he ran up the tree. He went up to about, I don't know, 12 to 15 feet. And he acted like he was scared to death. And then another big cinnamon came in, that back hump on the back went over the barrel. And I was contemplating shooting that. But as we observed the bear, it had a lot of bad things on the fur rubbed out. And then we waited and waited and waited, and it started getting dark, and it was 10:14, and all at once appeared was a big black bear, and he was on the other side of the burrow, and he was way bigger than the burrow. So I waited. He just stuck the edge of his right front shoulder out, and then he stopped, and I kept waiting, and he got about another 2 inches. And then finally he cleared the drum where I could see the sweet spot, and I let him have it. And that was a wonderful experience. We were both very excited. You could see the fire coming out of the gun when we were shooting, and he never moved again, and they'll come. And so we had a wonderful trip. I did. I only had to hunt one day. It was easy. Wonderful. It was great being here with these guys. It was great being here with Reuben and Nell and Jack Dean. Okay, that's it for me.
There they go. Roger's on. Okay, we got Herschel and Alec. And I guess, Alex, give us a story.
Well, it's day 3. This is my second day here at Russell's. Yesterday saw a big one, but didn't quite work, and today saw another nice one. And we've probably had 10 or 12 bears come through today, and I think this is one you guys have been seeing, hopefully. And I walked through, and I hadn't decided to take it yet, so it walked away, and we thought that was it. And then it turns around and comes right back and gets on the barrel just like the other one yesterday. And I said, "It's time." And we ran probably 30 yards behind it and tipped over and started giving us a moan. So it was pretty awesome.
All right, and Herschel, just how's it feel to be hunting with your dad and your son?
Well, it's been a great week. Monday, went out with my dad and he got a 360-pound black, and he's almost 80 years old, so that was great. And then spent the last 2 days with my son, and we got it all on video, and saw a big one yesterday and saw another nice one today, and he took a great shot on it. It's just great. Just great. Can't beat this.
All
We have
right.
friends that have been here the whole time that just chilling.
How many came in tonight?
At least 10. I mean, we had 7 in at once. There was like 3 or 4, there was a couple in the field punching each other, boxing, standing up. That was pretty cool to see. But I mean, we had 7 or 8 in at once, so we saw at least 10, I'd say.
Well, let's go have a look at it.
There's that cinnamon that just won't go away. Yeah, I got it on. He's straight out where the cinnamon is, isn't he? Yeah, straight down.
Ruben put me in the stand 15 minutes ago. So I waited about a minute, and one of the small black bear crawled down out of the tree. There's still 2 up in the tree right now. And so I was getting settled in, and 2 or 3 minutes, I saw a bear come in, and thought, well, it's the sow. But it looked really big. Sat down and started walking away. But he gave me a quartering away shot, just a little bit, and he just stood there for a little bit, and I was sure I was going to shoot him because he's so large. So I flipped it forward, and it was perfectly anchored, and I shot him exactly in the middle of his chest, a little bit quarter going away, and it looked like a really good shot. And he lurched up, and then he took off, and he was stumbling through there, and he made it 30 or 40 yards is my guess. And then I heard him kind of crash. And he didn't really give a moan. It was, like 5. And that was it. And the GoPro is still going. And I think it's at 7 minutes ago that I shot him. So.
Let's go see what we got.
Let's go see what we got. Now I'm excited. It happened so fast, I was like,
Yeah.
wow. But I almost let him go away twice. With the GoPro. 10 minutes and 16 seconds.
Here we go. Well, Phil, you got him.
I got him. Third day of the hunt. 2 evenings, saw some good bear. I passed up a nice chocolate the first night, and we just got set up. There were 4 bear, little cubs in the stand, or in the trees as we got set up. Ruben had dropped me off and only left me for not 5 minutes, and I saw a big bear coming in. Thought it might be the sow, and checked it out, and it was really big. Came right in, looked around, and I jiggled my gun, and it ran off. And it ran off a little bit, and then went off into the willows. And I thought, wow, I think I might have missed out, but it looked like it was really big. And not 1 minute later, it came back in, and as it started coming back in, I turned the GoPro on that I have set up, and it came in, you know, went by the first barrel, knew it was really nice, and went up, got a big chunk of the beaver, came down and turned around right away, and started going back up the trail, and I was then sure I was going to shoot it, and it kept going, and then it stopped 4 or 5 yards up the trail, gave me maybe 20 yards from where I was at, and it gave me a nice quartering away, and I put it on there with sticks, squeezed a round off, and I hit him and right where I wanted to hit him, and he lurched up and charged off into the brush, and didn't go very far, and I could see everything moving, and then it stopped, gave 4 or 5 death moans, and that was it. So
Same
looks
rifle,
like-
same rifle as last year.
same rifle as last year, 358 Winchester, my 300 Savage, or my 99 Savage. So looks like it did the job pretty well. It didn't drop it on the bait pile, so it had a lot of tracking to do. We could see it from the bait pile, but we were pretty confident it was down, and we came right over here.
Go grab his neck there. Nice bear.
It's a good bear. You said there was a nice mature boar coming
You
in,
bet.
and there's a chocolate roaming around right now, but we've chased him away with some sticks, so we think we're okay.
Well done, Phil.
Thank you so much. Great hunt.
Thanks.
Well, we're heading out here on the first day. I'm out in Poplar, and there's a big crew of us here. We're all very excited. Looking for those big bears here on the first night, so it's going to be a great hunt.
Here's Cliff, situated in his double wide stand, ready for bear. Have a good evening, Cliff. Beaver in the cage.
sweet oats, our grease, and the happy hunter. Well folks, here we are on Thursday, setting up Cliff now at Cabin Bait with the tent and platform, hoping for a repeat performance of last evening. And yeah, come what may. Hope for a good one here.
After how many yards is this, Jack?
It's all right on the line, goodness. Now you guys going right over.
Well,
Hey, Cliff.
oh man, I was like, you know, it was just I rushed the shot, and
You get how he piled up?
He was in mid-stride, wasn't he? Well, so somebody got a little excited, didn't they?
I was like, he came up and took that piece of beaver, and I was like, I am not letting this.
This stuff is just going to foam out.
That's the burdock.
That's what I thought. It looked pretty good.
Well, here we are, day 5, Sugarloaf Outfitters. Last day of the hunt. Saw a lot of bear for the first 4 days. Trying to find the right phase bear to shoot. Out with my brother Hirsch, and got Jack here, a guide, and just got out to the stand. This bear had been seen before, and I was very anxious since it was the last day of the hunt, and we had a couple blacks in, and they were a little sensitive to the wind, so I was getting a little worried, and we adjusted our windows a bit, tried to get our smell down, and next thing we know, this beautiful cinnamon comes up, and I was probably a little anxious, and I could have let him sit around a little longer, but he gave me a shot, and we hit him. He spun around, took off. Me and my brother sat there and analyzed things. A little critical, maybe, but then we were like, well, we'll see. Jack got here, we walked out in a line, and as soon as we got to a split in the trail, we took about 10 steps, and there he was, mid-stride over a log. Got him in the lungs, and he just started spitting blood there at the end, and this beautiful bear. So very excited. It's my first bear. I was out here last year with my son Asher, and he got a big, beautiful black, and it's great to have a phase bear, and a lot of thanks to Sugarloaf Outfitters. He's been waiting for a few days. He's a patient man.
See how history puts things in perspective. Once I started studying history, my whole view of government
The bear,
started
the
to
man.
change a little bit.
300 plus.
The legend.
And he was interesting. He was pretty.
I'm gonna text you pictures of what's coming in. You tell me
Yeah, a
yes
lot
or no.
of diverse
That would be
thoughts.
so cool if we had really
That was
good.
just- Okay, Dan, give us the story quick if you could.
Well, I had sow come in, and then about an hour later I had a boar come in, black color, and then the last 15 minutes this guy came in, and he's tall. He's not real heavy, but he's really tall, and he has a nice coat. And that's what I was after. I've been looking for a phase, and this guy will fit just perfectly in a rug in the room that I have. and one shot dropped him immediately. Did not have to do any searching for him.